AirPods are arguably one of Apple's most popular products. They become so common, in fact, that it's hard to go anywhere without seeing somebody wearing a pair of AirPods. And now with these third generation AirPods, Apple has changed the product in almost every way and made them one of the best, if not the best, all-around earbuds you can get. Now from a design perspective, the new AirPods 3 look very similar to that of the AirPods Pro, minus the rubber in-ear tips. They have a larger earpiece that fits a little more snugly inside of your ear, and they have a lot shorter stem, in fact 33% shorter stem, making them a lot more discreet and also a lot less likely to get caught on, say, a shirt, a jacket, or a hat when you're taking that off or putting something on. And on top of that, the AirPods 3 also featured the same force sensor within the stems, allowing you to pause or play your music, skip tracks, or activate Siri without having to tap on the side of your head, which is always a super uncomfortable thing with the first and second generation AirPods. Now for me personally, I find these redesigned AirPods to be kind of the perfect blend between the original AirPods and the AirPods Pro. They offer the comfort and the openness of the original AirPods, but also the size, the convenience, and the sound quality of the AirPods Pro. And when it comes to sound quality, obviously it's hard to articulate just how that sounds because everybody's ear is different, what you're listening to is different, but for me, I found the AirPods 3 to be very pleasing. They have a very similar sound profile to that of the AirPods Pro, with kind of a deeper bass and mids than you have with the other AirPods. One major contributor to that improved sound is the built-in adaptive EQ, and this uses a microphone inside of the actual earpiece to hear what's happening inside your ear and tune the driver to give you a more pleasing sound. And this ultimately means more bass, more mids, and a little bit better balance. And on top of that, the shape of the earpiece itself also does an impressive job of kind of directing sound in the right direction down your ear canal, helping to further lead to that bigger, fuller sound that you experience with the AirPods 3. The inclusion of spatial audio also helps add to that larger sound stage by creating further separation from left to right and also kind of giving you a 360 immersive sound. Anybody who's tried AirPods Max or AirPods Pro in the past knows what this is all about. With the AirPods 3, you get that same experience built right into the AirPods. Now, whether it's something you like or not is very personal, very subjective. I personally like it in some music and not in others, and I also think that for some video content, it can be very, very good. Having tried spatial audio on the AirPod Max and the AirPod Pros, I definitely find these to be kind of the perfect balance of immersive sound and also still allowing me to feel like I'm not closed off from the outside world. And that openness really comes down to the lack of some of those noise cancellation features and noise isolation features that you get in those other headphones. Because of the way the AirPods Pros sit down into your ear canal with that rubber tip, you get a lot of isolation. On top of that, you get noise cancellation features and transparency mode that do things through software and microphones to help cancel out those outside sounds. With AirPods 3, you don't get any of that. Noise cancellation is not here, noise isolation is not really here, which to me is actually kind of a good thing. I don't personally care for noise cancellation. It gives me a little bit of a headache, it makes me feel a little bit sick to my stomach, and it's just really because of that pressure that happens inside your inner ear. Now, noise cancellation is something that you need. These probably aren't the headphones for you, but if you're not bothered by having no noise cancellation and actually like to hear the world around you while you're wearing your headphones, AirPods 3 are truly, truly great. In fact, the only thing that really bums me out is the lack of transparency mode. And while I can definitely hear outside of the AirPods without having transparency mode built in, having that additional kind of like amplification to outside noises would be a really welcome feature. Ultimately though, I got really used to it. It's not a big deal. And I found these to be extremely comfortable in just about any listening situation because I can still hear the world around me while also really enjoying what I'm listening to. Now, when it comes to actually using the AirPods 3 in my daily life, there are a couple places I noticed some huge differences. The first of which is the overall comfort. With AirPods 3, I was able to wear them for hours on end without really feeling any kind of discomfort, which is something that I can't say the same about with AirPods Pro. On top of that, because the earpiece itself is actually a little bit larger and fits a little bit better inside of my ear, though your ears may vary, I found that they also felt a lot more secure than the standard AirPods or the first or second generation AirPods because I didn't feel like they were going to fall out of my ears if I was doing any kind of movement. And when it comes to movement, I actually tested these AirPods out doing lots of different fitness things, whether it was HIIT workouts or running or cycling, and found these to stay in place very, very well. Another very common use case for AirPods for me is in virtual meetings and calls. Now on any given day, I could spend like 4 hours in back-to-back-to-back meetings, and with the original and second generation AirPods, I could maybe do an hour to 90 minutes of calls before I had to take one out and start doing the juggle game of recharge one while I listen with the other. Now Apple claims these new AirPods have an extra hour of battery life, both in talk time and in listening time, and in my testing that holds up more than well, because I was able to do almost 3 hours worth of calls and still have around 50% battery remaining on a single charge on the AirPods 3. On top of that, the case itself also gets an additional 6 hours worth of charge, up to 30 hours on the case, meaning that you could do a solid couple days of using the AirPods without having to worry about anything running out of battery. The case itself also was updated with AirPods 3, and now looks a little bit more like the AirPods Pro case, although a little bit narrower. If you hold it sideways, it's about the same size as the AirPods 2 case, meaning that it'll still fit in your pocket the same. It'll be very comfortable to have this with you. It's super small, super compact, and it's really impressive they were able to fit that much battery life into such a small case. On top of that, there are 4 magnets on the back that help it align kind of perfectly with the MagSafe charger, meaning that you can now charge the AirPods on that and know that it's going to be aligned perfectly and also held in place. So even if you have a vertical charger or something that's at an angle, the AirPods 3 will stay right where they belong. For the vast majority of users, I think the AirPods 3 are going to be the right choice. Like I said, they're a huge improvement over the sound quality, the size, the battery life of AirPods 2, but they're a lot more comfortable, at least for me personally, than the AirPods Pro. And I think that that is reason enough to choose AirPods 3 over any of the other options, unless you really need that noise cancellation feature or you really want those in-ear tips of AirPods Pro. Something else worth considering when making a decision about AirPods is that whether you get the second generation, the third generation, the Pros, or the Max, they're going to integrate kind of seamlessly with your iPhone, your iPad, your Apple Watch, your Mac, even your Apple TV, and they're going to allow you to quickly switch between those devices and really enjoy all of those kind of integrated features of the AirPods themselves, which is something you don't get out of other wireless earbuds. So while for the last 5 years, Apple has been the dominant player in the truly wireless earbud space, with AirPods 3, I don't foresee that changing anytime soon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. While you're down there, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Until next time, I'm Ian for Cult of Mac, and I'll catch you in the next one.